crusty musty.
Dang, son.
Hopefully.
Get the loaf of bread. Just like Hansel and Gretel.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
The quicker you're dead.
It's like Play-Doh.
Oh Lord.
Make it grab.
Supposed to be a storm coming.
Helmet's ready.
Comment below.
Suck the doors off this place.
Okay. Every time. Everything's busted.
Moment like.
Tornado watch. Hunker down.
Hunker down.
Train wreck.
Train wreck.
Let's get after it. Whoa. Angle of our dangle.
You little better.
Oh! Whoa, jeez. Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah.
Cute little babies.
Yay! You can't eat the books. No, you owed.
Good job.
Need y'all to prepare yourself. All the donkeys.
It's beautiful. Real deal Holyfield.
Might as well go big. We're back.
Woo! No.
My nipple?
Feet out.
Good boy.
Bite taters on there.
It started smoking.
I'm a crying.
Ooh. That's awful.
Huge mistake.
Oh my Lord.
Bird in the shop. Taking a little nap. Winter chicken dinner. You're welcome. Go, go, Bambino. That's ratchet.
We got issues. Me on deviled eggs. You've been there.
Man up, Buttercup. Get out of here.
Big mistake. Don't look at me like that. Burner biscuits. Woo! Mom, get the ball. Mike the neighbor in here. The game of the century.
You're done, son.
I trust cars.
Ooh. Check your rear end.
Pump up the jam. Yay.
You little twerp.
My blood pressure. I got you, kid.
Drinking and driving. I think we're ready to fire it.
Relay wire. Relay wire.
Something's wrong.
Donkey fine.
Get her done, son.
Smoking from right here.
My heart stopped.
I'll do it again.
No brakes. Oh, yeah.
There you go. Where your mind is.
Don't you know we're filming, bro? Welcome back to the Sleeper Dude YouTube channel. We're back with the 64 Galaxie Country Sedan station wagon. You know, in the last video, we got the 50, 302, whatever you want to call it, built up here. Our plan now is to get this thing in the car and get it running. We've got some new fuel system stuff. We got our exhaust stuff here, and we are going to try to bolt it up to our manual transmission down here. Full disclosure, after we built it last time, I figured out that my push rods were 100 thousandths too long. I was off on my measurements. We took out the 6 500 thousandths push rods and put 6 400 thousandths in it. We have the correct push rod length now, hopefully, okay? But we're gonna drop this thing down in there and fire it off and hear it run. This thing had been sitting in a junkyard for 30 years with the windows down and the plugs out of the old 289. So this is originally a 289 3-speed manual car. We're gonna put a 302 back in it. We saved it from the junkyard. If we can get it running, this will be the first time this thing has ran in over 30 years. So we're super excited about it. Let's get started putting it in here, but Mama wants to paint it first. So a lot of you guys wanted to see us paint the engine bay. So Mom's gonna paint the engine bay while I get all the tools ready to get this thing set in here. I mean, we painted the engine, isn't that enough?
No, you can't put a shiny gem like that down in this crusty musty.
Give her a little bit of cleanup here with some brake cleaner and brushes maybe or something.
Well,
Paint it.
nothing. We just gonna spray it.
Did you hurt your finger? Poor Wawa hurt her finger. Get after it.
Okay.
This video is brought to you by Raycon. I don't know if you're like me, but I always hated wearing earbuds until I got me a pair of Raycons. I hate those hard earbuds. They had hurt my ears. They just were never comfortable enough to wear for any period of time at all. Ever since I got these, man, I can keep these in all day. And with 3 kids like me, it's really hard to do editing on the road when you got 3 kids in the car yelling and talking to each other. And I just pop these in and I'm good to go. So check out these everyday earbuds. You just pop them out of their charging case, pop them in your ear. They're super easy to pair and comfortable to wear. They're great for somebody like me that's traveling a lot. You can just pop them in your luggage and you're good to go. And what else is awesome is the price. Raycon offers premium audio at the perfect price point. Raycon start out at less than half of other premium audio brands. That means you could buy a pair and a spare and still not spend as much as you would with some of the more expensive premium audio brands. And every purchase has an easy and free return guarantee. It's no wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews. Now, part of why they're so comfortable to wear is they come with these gel tips here, so no matter what size ear you have, they have the perfect fit for you. They also offer crystal clear call quality, so maybe you might have to tell a fib here and there, you know? Oh, honey, yeah, honey, I'm going through a tunnel. Sorry, can't hear you, honey. Going through a tunnel. The everyday earbuds offer 8 hours of playtime, plus with the charging case, you can get up to 32 hours of battery life. They're also Siri and Alexa compatible, and they work up to 33 feet away. So even if you're down here working in the shop and your phone's down there, you can still listen to your jams, your podcast, or take your phone call. They've had countless design iterations to make sure that everyday earbuds fit any ear, big or small. They're not going to hurt your ears, even if you're listening for an extended period of time. They're my go-to earbuds, whether I'm doing editing or listening to a podcast or music. A lot of times when you see the time-lapse clips on our channel, I'm listening to music while I'm doing something that takes a long time. Hey, stop loving her today. So if you're ready to buy something small with a big impact, click the link in the description box below or go to buyraycon.com/sleeperdude to get 15% off your Raycon purchase.
So I guess I'm trying to pull these off of here. Got that, didn't I?
This stuff here is just rotten rubber you can pull off there. It's supposed to be covering all this, but no.
So squeeze has got the job of pulling out all the little black tabs. Now we're going to clean it a little bit with some brake cleaner before we paint it. Let's give this thing a little spray.
Dang, son! What did you do?
Not too bad.
This is too fancy for us.
I mean, it could be better, but it's okay.
Aye, nothing a $3 can of, no wait, they're not $3 anymore.
It's like $12 can.
$12? You paid that much for that?
It was high heat resistant. You're welcome, guys. I know y'all appreciate that. He wasn't going to do it.
I wasn't going to do it at all, no. Well, it looks good, honey. You did a great job. Let's get this engine in here. You show up to help Granny?
Beautiful.
She was building Fords back when they had flatheads. She knows her stuff. First thing we're going to address, when I was looking at bolting this thing up, I thought I better check about the clutch and throw-up bearing. So here's the deal. This is the flywheel that was on the 289, and that's the one that was on this 50, 302, whatever you want to call it. So this is a brand new flywheel. It's very nice. The problem is I cannot use this flywheel on this engine because they have a different balance. They went from a 28-ounce balance to a 50-ounce balance. I started looking into it. What can I do? Can I use this flywheel and bolt this old school clutch up so we can bolt it up to our 3-speed manual? The reason we are not going with a T5 in this deal, because we had thought about doing that, is we want to retain this cool Hurst shifter that was there, the hole in the floor that's there, and we do not want to come in contact with our bench seat. So that is why we're not going with a T5. The problem is this clutch will not bolt up to that flywheel at all. It's got a totally different pressure plate, bolt pattern, nothing will work. The T5 clutch has the same 10 splines that the 3-speed one does. So we should be able to bolt up this T5 50 clutch and pressure plate and it worked with that transmission, I think.
Hopefully.
I found some forum posts from like 03 that said you could do it, okay? So we're gonna try it and see what it does. Because that's basically the source of all my information is forum posts from 03. So basically, we're not going to use that or that, but we're going to use this. When I pulled the clutch off, I noticed that whoever tried to put this engine in last absolutely demolished the pilot bearing. So I got us a new pilot bearing. We're going to get this one out of here, and I'm going to show you a trick to doing it. Ralphie, get the loaf of bread. That is how we're going to remove our pilot bearing. Can you believe it?
Oh, Lord.
she's gonna like.
Oh gosh, this is a mistake, isn't it? The granny's in here.
How's bread? Explain.
So we're gonna take little bits of bread, just like Hansel and Gretel, okay? And we're gonna poke them in that hole. We're gonna keep poking bread into that hole, and when it gets completely full, we're gonna pound it with a bolt, and that bread pressure is going to pop the pressed in pilot bearing out of the crankshaft.
This is awesome.
Big brain.
I can't wait for it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we got a bolt that's about the same size. We may have to wrap it in tape or something. Start stuffing that thing with bread, Ralphie.
What?
You've been training your whole life for this moment.
I have.
Much as you like bread, stuffing it in your mouth. So that thing is pressed in there in the crankshaft from the factory. I've heard of people doing it with grease before as well.
With a little bit more.
Yeah, give it all. Give it the beans.
Oh my Lord.
Right, more bread. More bread. I'm gonna put some tape around this to give it a little bit tighter seal. Give it some more.
I can't.
See how it's sticking out farther the edge is now?
Oh yeah.
All right, more bread, Ralphie.
You ready? Bread ball. Boop.
It's coming out, see it?
More bread.
Feed the baby. See it? More bread.
Hold on, I'm balling. Stuff.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Pops it right out of there. Isn't that incredible how it works? Pull that bread out and we can press our new pilot bearing in.
It's like Play-Doh feeling.
So see, bread has more uses than you thought. Not only can it double your pants size, it can also push out pilot bearings. But remember, the wider the bread, the quicker you're dead.
I didn't know it went all the way back in there. It's like Play-Doh. No, wait, that's all. Look, it's like Play-Doh.
Ew.
Hey,
Oh Lord.
why is there bearing things? Hey,
What?
you know those things that go in
The
bearings?
needle bearing? Yeah, this has needle bearings, the new one does.
Do we need these?
No, that's why I had to take it out because it was busted.
Oh.
So here's our new pilot bearing. It's actually made in the USA compared to the old one. It's very porous. Look at the roughness in it, huh?
Okay.
Maybe I'd make it grab.
I was like,
You
hold
know?
her in there.
The input shaft diameter on the T5 and this 3-speed appear to be identical. We should be good with this pilot bearing. This better work because I ain't got no more bread. There you go. Hear the difference in the sound?
Yeah, it was like do 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 do.
Somewhere back there in my memories when we bought the Fairmont, I believe he told us that the reason he pulled the engine was the clutch went out. So I guess he put a new flywheel. It all looks good. The only surface rust is past the mating surface, so we should be fine there.
There's supposed to be a storm coming, and winds are really bad. You can tell. You can hear it. Yeah.
That storm's not even here yet.
Is this the second time in like 2 weeks?
Yeah. We've got our helmets ready.
Just in case. Never know.
You gotta try and protect that pumpkin, huh?
One crossed our road at our old house. We didn't even really know it was that close. And we were in the basement in a Caprice station wagon with our helmets on. We just survived it.
Yeah, but we don't have a basement or a Capri station wagon this time, so.
Now this pressure plate looks to be almost brand new, but it does have some surface rust on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that off before we put it back together. You can still see the machine marks though, so it's not wore out. I was gonna go ahead and buy a brand new clutch, and then when I took this off, I was like, shoot, this clutch looks almost brand new anyway, and the flywheel is new.
You let me drive a time or two and you'll be buying a new clutch anyway.
That's very true. No cross on this pedal. I tried to look for a flywheel that was the balance of the new 302s that had the bolt pattern of the old clutch. I was going to use an old clutch. I could not find that anywhere. Maybe one of you guys know where you can get one. Comment below. We're going to break in our brand new torque wrench that we got in the fan mail.
Hey, you got a nail?
I've got a nail? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Thank you. You're giving it to me.
We're gonna double check their flywheel bolts because I'm pretty much double checking everything on this engine. And it says on the internet, in a post in 03, of course, for real.
Did you say post from 03?
For real, it was a post from 03. That it's supposed to be between 75 and 85, so we're gonna go with 80. You think you can do 80 on the engine hoist?
I don't know if I can get 80.
You switch jobs. You push down, I'll push up.
Come over.
They were a little loose. There you go. So let's do the clutch. The clutch says between 12 and 24 pounds, so
We're gonna do 25.
I'm gonna go on the high end on that one.
But to suck the doors off this place.
Hopefully not. So I had to buy me a clutch alignment tool since I don't have a new clutch. And this just takes the place of your input shaft to make sure you have everything lined up right when you bolt it up. Because if not, you'll never, ever, ever get it bolted up. So you see the pressure plate moving? Watch the teeth.
Oh, that's cool.
That's weird.
Remember how the Super Coupe looked? Because it was broke. It was all weird, wonky looking.
Okay, we're done.
All right, ratchet it up.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like our old one, huh? There you go. You're good.
That's cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
It's going to be challenging to line it up. Usually you're lining it up the opposite way. You're putting the transmission up to the engine. Now we're putting the engine up to the transmission. But if you haven't watched the other videos of us building this car, this engine, so this is a early 90s 5.0 out of a 5.0 Mustang. It's got the E7 heads, comp, valve springs, push rods. It's got a comp billet roller cam, also comp link bar lifters in it. It has a Weiand dual plane intake, and it's gonna have a Holley 650 double pump for carburetor. We got a little bit of mix match here with the pulleys we gotta figure out. We got a late model balancer and pulley with a old style water pump and timing cover. So we got some things to figure out. I'm ready to hear this thing run.
I know, right?
And we got our cranky thing for our engine now.
Yeah, that's gonna help.
One thing I probably should have mentioned earlier, we got this bracket from Scott Drake, and that goes right here. Basically, this block doesn't have the boss for the Z-bar, equalizer bar, whatever you want to call it. So this bracket bolts on here, replaces that, so you have a way to mount your Z-bar, equalizer bar. I also had to get this rod because we were missing the rod between the throwout bearing arm and the Z-bar there. So this is going to go there and replace that. Hopefully we have all the pieces to make our clutch work. I also got a new throwout bearing here. I need to go ahead and throw that on real quick. What'd you feed me, mama?
Stupid.
Fire. What'd you feed me, mama? I put a new felt washer on that side, packed both ends of the Z-bar with grease. Now I'm gonna put on our arm here with a new washer and cotter pin. Once we get everything in place, we can get that lined up with the throwout bearing arm. Well, it's a good thing I decided to change this because this thing is absolutely destroyed. Look how thick this used to be and how far it's worn into it. This could have been why this car got parked, actually. You don't know. This whole bottom's all messed up. This collar here has like been friction welded to this shaft here, so we're gonna have to try to pull this off here. I'll probably have to heat this ring up to even get it off. You can see a groove right there in the back of that. We're gonna try the little torch first here on this. I just don't want to try to get it off without heating it. I don't want to destroy something. So I'm gonna try to take the old throwout bearing here and use it. Okay, broke it already. To try to get this off here. Just busting it. There you go. You got it.
Cool.
That heat works, don't it?
It does help a lot.
Every time. And they grooved it. Hope that don't end up being a problem for us. She may get a T5. Aside from this groove that's only at the top back here, this out here feels really nice. It doesn't have a messed up place on it. Here's part of what's left of ours. Looks like it's got a hunk out of it right there. That's that collar that got friction welded on there. Everything's busted. Let's get our new one on here. I'm gonna try not to overdo it here, but I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on this so it slides back and forth nice. Oh, look at that butter.
I can't get it. Yeah, I know.
Try and get the cap off. It's incredible. That will not come off. That's crazy. We got our little spring clip back in place there. I think we're all good to go in here now. But you can see where somebody has drilled a bunch of holes down here, I guess to get tools up there to try to fix that problem without pulling the engine years ago. This whole thing was full of acorns when we took it out, remember that? We should be able to start dropping it down in there now. We're about to hit the hood. That's a big moment.
Moments like this, some people wait a lifetime.
Man, they just didn't know today. They did not know.
I'm telling you what.
That's going in the intro.
No, it better not.
Oh, okay, we're hitting the hood. Can you slowly let it down, Ralphie? Really slowly. And that don't mean throttle it like mom. Slowly doesn't mean burp, burp. A little bit more down. All right, right there. Tighten it. While push it back. It should go down. All right, go down a little bit, Ralphie. Come on down. Oh, look at that. All right, stop it, stop it. That looks too fancy for this car.
It's awesome.
We're entering a tornado watch again. So we're gonna go inside, eat something, hunker down.
Hunker down.
Exactly. We'll be back as soon as this storm's over. This is all the shoes that Squeezy has left out here. She just brings shoes in and then just throws them down. Train wreck.
Train wreck.
First time trying feed. Are they eating it at all?
He is doing better than her.
Look how fast these clouds are moving by. It's supposed to be 80-mile-an-hour wind coming. It's so weird, like, to see the clouds moving that quick. I got the footage.
The end.
I can't believe them trees can handle it. Chickens are hunkered down the corner over here. It's blowing something off our neighbor's roof. Our basketball goal's down. It's a goalie washer. You know it's bad when the water's running off your Christmas lights from last Christmas. We got a new pond. We got a new door with our fence here from the storm. I don't know what went through the fence, but knock on wood, I think the storm has passed us, so we're good to go back on the Galaxie. Let's get after it. So Ralphie mentioned a good point that maybe we should set the headers down in there and make sure they fit, because you know, sometimes the long tubes, it's really hard to get them in. So we got these hooker headers, once again, foreign post from 03 that somebody has put these on a Galaxie and made them work. Now they're designed to fit like Mustang, Falcon, Torino, Fairlane, platform stuff. So they're not designed for this, but somebody on a foreign post said that they made them work. So we're gonna see if we can use these or modify these and make them work. The biggest thing I'm worried about is that clutch linkage being in the way.
I cannot take you seriously with this thing on your head.
My safety helmet?
Yes.
I'm less worried about this side.
Question. How does this work?
Not that way.
That direction.
Wait,
That's
whoa.
for sure.
I seriously need help. Wait, does it go this way?
No,
Does it
just
go-
stop.
Wait,
Just
down?
stop.
Does it go down?
It looks like the way mine is.
Help.
Let Daddy take over here. It goes like this. So the exhaust goes towards
I
the
was
back of the
thinking that.
car. Yeah.
Makes sense, Dad.
The engine. Hold on.
We got it sitting there around the Z-bar. It goes right through the middle of that opening. I guess lower it down a little bit there, honey bunny. That thing's awesome. We just don't want to mess up a pilot bearing like they did. All right, that's good. Come down with it a little bit, just like an inch, or as Wawa calls them, inchies. That's good. We got dowels on the engine and dowels on the transmission at the same spot, about to hit each other. This don't work, so I'm gonna have to pull a dowel out of one or the other. So we got it up, I realized it's only on one side. Maybe that dowel was supposed to stay in the block, but the dowel on that side is stuck in the trans, so we'll pull that one out of the transmission. We should be good. Heat's gotta help. You're coming out of there, buddy. There we go. Wow. Here, Ralphie, hold this. Just kidding. We need to go down farther, Ralph. A couple inches down.
You ready?
Yeah, go down. Whoa! Okay. We need a new person to work the jack.
I'm gonna.
That was not on
All right,
purpose.
tighten it back up.
It is.
Luckily, we missed the input shaft on the way down. That's good.
That scared the
Okay.
blue blazes out of me.
Wow. Okay, honey. Yeah, back up.
Never again.
Like,
With this, push this
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
I just want to know, like, how it'll sound.
Well, we'll find out at the end of this video. I think we got a little bit of an angle of our dangles wrong. I'm trying to see if our splines maybe not lined up. I really don't like doing it this way. It's a whole lot easier to put the transmission up to the engine than the engine to the transmission. Do we have it there? Give me a bell housing bolt. I think we may have it, maybe. Oh, okay. All right. Sketchy being in here amongst it.
Sometimes you gotta get amongst it.
Yeah, that's true. I got a bolt start on each side. We still got a little bit of a gap here. I think we're splined up. I'm gonna find out here. You left it in gear? Is it in gear?
Yeah.
We're splined up, the car should roll forward. Is it rolling? Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it is.
That was easier than I thought. I was really worried
You're
about that.
You're such a negative Nancy.
Well, I've tried to do this before where I've dropped the engine in with the transmission still in the car. It's usually a real pain to try to spline it all up.
Maybe you didn't have such good helpers.
Probably. If I've got the right distance, this hair looks like it's going to be no problem at all. It's a little close to the firewall there, but I mean, close will work, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what the other side looks like.
All that means is a foot heater.
Exactly. We're hitting down here on the cross member, not the cross member really, the motor mount plate, right there on that tube. If we can get all our clutch stuff in, that's not a big deal right there. That thing right there came in handy.
Yes, it did.
We're used to having to like push and pull a lot. That thing you just crank on it and puts it right where you want it. We never knew how easy the rest of the world had it, did we? All right, wall, there you go. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is.
I was using the bell housing bolts as the engine hoist bolts, so that probably wasn't a good plan. I'm really not used to cars where the bell housing bolts are this easy to get to. Usually you're under the car struggling to get to the bell housing bolts, especially the top ones. These are just right here, you can just see them. Usually I just use the orange RTV, but I think I'm going to use a gasket on this because I have two painted surfaces. I don't know how the RTV would work with the painted surface. I love this bracket. I didn't even know these existed. I haven't built enough Ford engines to know this existed, but we're going to see if all this will fit now. It actually makes it more convenient because you can slide this thing in where we struggled when we got the engine out trying to get it off because it's on the block, you know.
Did you come to help? Huh? Is you a boy? The wind blow you away? Oh, he found the bread. Here, come here. You can have it. Come here. Rocky, it's all gone.
He knows it was up there.
I know.
I'm gonna cut these arms off for the 3-speed on the column linkage. We never plan on using that again. It's kind of right in where our headers are gonna be.
No, not my red hots. Nope. You little bear.
Now that's out of our way. There you go, Ralphie. Other end's hot.
It's not for you. Oh my gosh. No.
Those are wire nuts. It's not food, it's wire nuts. Here's a crinkling bag.
And it's oh.
Yeah, you can't have crinkly bags around him.
It's not your food.
Work the clutch pedal, Ralphie.
Oh, he about shoved her through the floor.
Was it hard to push?
No.
No, he whammed her.
No.
There you go. So I got that bracket installed there, you can see. One thing that's an issue, it looks like somebody modified our equalizer bar, Z-bar here. You see where it's been cut and welded before? I think they've either welded two different ones together or something. If you look, the pin that our shaft goes on and where our clutch fork is at a pretty steep angle like this. And the arm I bought that's supposed to be for a 64 Galaxie 289 is actually not long enough. So we're either going to have to modify this arm or cut and modify that half of the Z-bar. But I need to make sure these headers are going to fit before all that, I guess. If you mock this up, it's hitting right there. I think I can maybe take the torch and just blow a big
hole in it.
Blow a big UE right here into it, and maybe we can make this fit without beating the headers up.
Don't put it to your face.
It's real oxygen, Mother.
Quit. You'll think when it burns
It's
your nose
pure
hair.
oxygen,
I don't
Mother.
care.
I like to breathe the pure oxygen.
Quit.
Go, go. To the car.
I'm going.
Squirt
All right, ready?
Yes.
Whoa, jeez.
Don't hit no buttons. Don't hit
He's
no
turning the other thing on, so don't hit the button.
Don't twist any knobs either.
You just take the wheel.
Hey. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Why y'all panic so much?
She about peed
Fell on the
herself.
floor?
Here, it's right here by the gas can. Don't worry.
Oh, we're gonna-
I wasn't expecting that. Oh, do that. Where it's orange.
Where's orange?
Yeah, I like it. No.
Quit looking at the light. You're gonna bleach your retinas.
Ooh, my piggies.
It's glowing.
Yeah, but it was flaming.
I had to cut the top corner off of it there. I think that's gonna fit.
Yeah.
Probably should have put the oil filter on before I blew a bunch of sparks right near it. I didn't think about it. I went ahead and pre-filled it with some synthetic 540 diesel oil.
Hi, Webs. They're the cutest one, baby.
He don't waste no time with them, does he? Just chomps them right down.
Got them little shelf whips.
I'm gonna go ahead and stick the starter on. Now this is a starter that came with this engine, so it should be right. We did check to make sure that the flywheel that came off the Galaxie and the flywheel on this 5.0 were the same diameter, same tooth count. We should be all right there.
Best mirrors ever right here. Look at that cute little thing.
Until you run into them with a skateboard.
Oh, wow.
Right, look, this is like this.
I got it.
Can you make it flush with the block on the flange, you know what I'm saying?
Like that, or?
Okay, that's good. So, well, this header just bolt up now. I think so.
Man, for this thing, I fought it so hard in the beginning. She's doing a lot better now, ain't she?
I know. Well, I was thinking about how many videos we've done with this car and still have yet to get the thing running. But at some point, y'all gonna see it run in this video.
Yay! That's so exciting.
I'm just gonna start like a bolt in the front and back until we know for sure we don't have to take these back off. I'd hate to have to take them back off again. I did go ahead and put the gasket on though. He's eating a book.
Rocky, you can't eat the books. No, no, get down. No. You're not listening today.
What's he doing?
I think he's mad at me. No, can't have the books. No. Come here, Rocky.
Get out from under there.
Come here. Come here.
Same thing here. I'm just gonna mock these up with 2 bolts. Yeah, we're good there now. We got
All
room
kinds
there.
of room.
We got room on the firewall. I mean, it's not hitting this one. We didn't do any modifications yet. It is pretty close right here on the firewall, but aside from that, I think we're all right. I think we're good on this header for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it all up. Here's an 11 on the ground. I got some cheap push-in breathers. I kind of like this style of breather. So I'm gonna go ahead and put one of them in. I gotta leave the other one out till we put oil in the bottom of the engine because it's usually an important step to put oil in it. Wallwall's gonna go ahead and put the spark plugs in. We gotta pre-lube this engine too.
Hey, that's mine. Not have my Coke.
Was that one step too far for you? He touched your Coke and you had to go to bed?
That's it.
You put him to bed, huh?
The story. You're done.
We're gonna set our Holley 650 back on here. This is a double pumper, mechanical secondary 650 with electric choke. Basically my favorite carburetor in the world. Had them on my Maverick 15 years ago.
That looks really good.
You old.
I am old. Well, I had them on my Nova before that. That was 20 years ago. I think it's gonna fit under the hood with the spacer. I kind of like
that'd
the
be cool.
spacer. I'm gonna put the fuel inlet to the back, clean the front of this thing up a little bit. We're running an electric pump, so it's gonna be in the back of the car anyway. Since we gotta pre-lube this, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the distributor out. I put the engine on top dead center number 1. You wanna get it top dead center number 1 with the cylinder head off so you absolutely know you're at top dead center number 1. And I mark the balancer with this timing mark over here then, because sometimes the balancer can shift on there because of the rubber that insulates it. So it's good to verify that while you have the head off. I did that already.
Good job.
And no, we haven't got fancy and switched to a certain brand of oil or anything. This was just the cheapest thing on Summit Racing's website for synthetic 540. So I got Royal Purple. FOMOCO, what's that stand for?
I don't know.
Think about it.
Ford Motor Company.
I got the cheapest gauges money can buy that I stole out of the Malibu burnout car. We're gonna go hook up a water temp and an oil pressure gauge, and then we'll pre-lube this thing. That's the water temp one.
Okay.
Here is the oil one.
Okay.
I didn't even need to leave this one out after all.
Oh, we got.
Coming your way.
Yeah, we're getting it.
What do you got?
50?
Oh, sweet.
Like half of 50 and 75.
So all we have is a 1/4 inch deep well socket and a 1/4 inch extension on this. The thing I love about doing this is going to get oil all the way up to our rockers. It's going to fill up our oil filter so it doesn't dry start it. And if there's any dirt and junk in the system, it'll run it through that oil filter as well. I never start an engine without doing this. We ran it for a while there. That ought to be good to go. I'm going to put our distributor back down in here now. We're still at top dead center number 1. Make sure you're down on the oil pump drive shaft. All right. There you go. We're all the way down now. This is just a eBay Chinese distributor that it actually came with this engine. It's basically a HEI style without the big cap. Thank the Lord. It just gets a power in the ground. It's not a big deal to hook up. I'll show you how we do that. Should we show them how fancy this is gonna be?
Yes, yes.
We got fancy on this one. This is an item you rarely see on our channel, okay? The kids haven't even seen it. I'm gonna need y'all to prepare yourself, okay?
No way. What
Look at this,
the
guys.
world? That's so
It matches. Does it fit under the hood?
Oh, no.
Does it fit? Is that gonna fit under the hood?
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, that's gonna be close. That may not, we may have to take that carb spacer off or something. I should have went with a shorter breather, but I want all the donkeys. Look at that, it matches our valve
That looks
covers.
so good.
That looks great.
Let's just wait. Let's find out later. I'm gonna take it back off anyway. I still got stuff to hook up, but I just couldn't keep that back from you guys any longer.
It's beautiful.
Oh, how heavy that
Oh my
thing is.
lord.
It's cast aluminum.
Real deal Holyfield.
I love it. It looks great.
I think it might fit, Ralphie. I think it may just barely fit. I probably should have went with a 2-inch. If you're gonna go, might as well go big.
Exactly.
That's gonna be it for today, though. It is baby bedtime. She's already in her pajamas and all. So we will see you guys tomorrow. We're back. Okay. Let's see what we can do to this thing today. I don't even remember where we were. We need to hear this thing run today.
Woo! Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Whoop.
whoop. Woo!
Yeah, last night I kind of remembered something that's an important step we probably should have done yesterday.
What's that?
I never did bolt the engine into the car on the motor mount, so we should probably do that first thing before we get this thing running and realize it's, you know, going to end up on the
It
ground.
just jiggles off
Yes,
out of
exactly.
the car, flies away.
Are you a good girl? Do you want coffee?
You did that.
Huh? No, you gotta stay down. You gotta stay down. I don't want to shake. I don't want to shake. Here. You like coffee?
These motor mount bolts are easy to get to.
I think it's because the engine bay is so wide, you know?
What gave you that idea?
I could like lay down in here.
Well, we're used to big engine, small car, not smaller engine, big car.
Oh,
It's kind of the
I
opposite
could
of what we're
definitely
used
do
to.
that. Oh my lord, my arm's like dying. Come on. No! I can't lose the washer.
Be careful of that lipstick.
Oopsie, my nipple. Oh my lord, this hurts.
Nope, I think I got it.
Mom just wants to get on.
Mine's on.
Did you drink up all your coffee? When in doubt, feed out.
Here, can you?
I'm trying to get the spring back on this.
You don't have to hide, Scooty.
You just get scared sometimes.
It's okay. Can you do a trick? Can you sit? Sit. He's like, you don't have any treats. I know you can. Thank
Scooter,
you.
sit. Here, sit. That's
Oh,
a good
he did
boy. Good boy.
I think it needs something moving. It won't turn on at all.
I didn't seem to have any problem on my side.
Don't fall off, please. Do not fall off. It's on here.
Got it?
Yep.
Good job.
Dad, will this work or no? 'Cause I don't think it's gonna fit on here.
Why don't you think it'll fit?
I don't know. It just.
That's what washers are for, honey.
Me and Ralphie are gonna put on the starter solenoid and the battery cables.
Okay,
Are we
we're
doing
good.
this again?
I don't know these things.
You do.
Here's the problem down here. Our arm we got that goes from the clutch fork up to this Z-bar. I don't know if you can tell, but we're like 3 inches away from where we need to be with this. It's like this is in the total wrong spot completely. So I think I'm gonna cut this bar. We're gonna have to Z it over there to this linkage here, I guess, because if you put this on here, you're so far away from there. I guess you could Z-shape this thing, but I think that would be a mistake, really.
I literally dropped everything.
Just a paint, some sandpaper.
I was really hoping we wouldn't have to do that. I don't see another way of doing it though.
Does this even have threads?
You're about to make some, ain't you?
Is that what you wanted him to do?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You said we were about to make some, so I did.
Oh, let me see this. That's the right threads, Ralphie.
Oh.
It must just be dirty or something.
What is this mom's family stuff? Lord.
Is there wire nut or we got twisted and taped?
We got twisted and taped.
Oh, classic.
You know, if they're mom's family, they're your family too.
Ooh, backfire.
This goes battery. So does that. I think this still has something to do with it.
We need about 2 3/4 inch bar to go across there to basically just move the pivot point from here over 2 3/4 of an inch. So this guy is going to weld on there, and the other top half of this is going to weld up this way, and it'll offset us. Actually, it'll be the other way, but it'll offset us over.
I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and maybe paint it.
You're so fancy.
I know, I love this car.
What color?
Oh, I don't know, black or whatever we have, I guess.
Y'all would see better if you took that off of there. That'll hold, right?
Bake taters on there.
Yeah. All right, now we're gonna weld it back to our Z-bar here.
Scooty's watching my radiator for me. You watching the paint dry? He's pretty sure there's gonna be a mouse run out of our it.
Probably.
It started smoking, and I realized I'm probably cooking my bushings for my equalizer bar, so I'm trying to cool it off with some water here so we don't melt that.
Lord, you got loaded baked taters on that one. Man.
We got the upcharge on this one.
Yeah, you did.
I ended up overshooting the distance. It's probably about 1.5 inches offset instead of 2 3/4. We had room, we just scooted over and welded it there instead.
His mommy left him. He was crying. So we had to bring him with us. Terrible goat mom.
How far would it go down? Okay. Looks like it's working. Cool. Looks like it's doing the thing.
Look, I just found, I think it's a 1965 penny. Is it 65?
Yeah, 65.
We got the clutch return spring on down there. Our linkage looks like it's all good and straight. Hopefully this is going to work for us. Just don't look straight at the welds. It's really not best to look straight at them. Oh yeah, you can feel that the diaphragm going in and out. Yeah, we're good. Check us out on other platforms at Sleeper Dude 88. Need to get some brake fluid in here. It'd be nice if we had at least a little bit of brakes when we start this thing. I know they ain't gonna be good, but still, it'd be nice to have some.
This was not our first resort.
No, we tried.
We have tried and tried and tried and sprayed and sprayed and sprayed. So.
Hey, we got in it though, didn't we?
Ooh. That's awful. I hear your mama now.
She came back looking for you.
Say, where you at, Mom? This is what happens when you leave him. Now then, you can't leave your baby. Now then, that's a good mama.
You gotta get that rust out of there first, don't you?
Yeah.
Put the brake fluid in, let it sit for a while, kind of loosen up some seals, and cross your fingers, and just maybe you have a little bit of brakes, maybe. Oh, long pour, okay. Quit, stop it. Okay, that's good.
Oh.
I knew you were gonna spill it. I knew you weren't gonna do it.
I barely
till you spilled it. Just close the lid on your master cylinder and you're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt these headers in since we're done over here. Get our plugs and plug wires on. We shouldn't have to take these off anymore. Guys, we almost made a huge mistake just now.
What'd you do?
We weren't gonna use the Ford Racing plug wires that came on this motor. Are you kidding me? I mean, why would you use these wrong auto $3 plug wires when you got these Ford Racings?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna give you a tip on cleaning them. Spray them with WD-40, wipe them down with a paper towel, they'll look brand new. Is it working?
Yeah.
I found it out on accident one time. I was spraying something and got it on to the plug wires and realized how
Oh my
thin it is.
lord. They're like brand new.
I like how these plug wires too are numbered for the cylinder. Somebody spent some money on these. That's number 1, Ralphie. That goes to the front plug over there. So this has the 50 HO or whatever and the 351 Windsor firing order. The cam we chose was the 351 Windsor firing order, so we're gonna set it up like that. And this is number 8. So I guess we're using the gray cheapy coil wire. One day we'll be able to afford a full set of wires one day.
Why is there a bird in the shop?
Land on my finger.
Whoa.
Oh my lord.
Flying under the door? The door's not even up right now.
No, Dad. It probably went over.
Oh, maybe it flew over the door? I hope it figures its way out.
We're gonna paint the cool bracket on our chair.
It's right there. Let's go out the door. No, it's right there. There's a 10 by 10 exit right there. You can fit. No. Oh, I almost got it.
He doesn't know what to do.
Hey,
Come on.
It's right there.
Come on.
No.
Oh, gosh, you little birdie.
Oh my God.
Something else I got to figure out while we're waiting on that coil bracket to dry. We got a Mr. Gasket 1-wire 140 amp alternator. So it's based off of a General Motors alternator, but it has the Ford spacing, I guess. So we've got to figure out between all our mess of brackets here from this engine, the other engine, we got to get something that'll line up with our pulleys and get that hooked up on this thing.
Are you starving?
Well, we went and ate something in the house and turned the lights off, and I guess the bird flew out.
Good.
That may be the trick, turn the lights off. They go for the light outside the door. There's Granny, kind of creepy. Well, after messing with this alternator for a while, we had this spacer that came with this engine, and we had this bracket right here. We had this thing for the front. We have the factory generator bracket and tensioner, and I have tried every one of them and can't get a situation together that'll work on this. So I just went ahead and ordered a bracket that goes from here over to here, and then the adjuster part at the bottom. When I get that, I can mount the alternator for good. It does look like, though, with that spacer, it'll line up with our pulleys. We just need the brace here and the adjuster. I think I'm just gonna mount the coil here. This is a liquid filled coil, so it's supposed to stay upright, or I would lay it down on the intake manifold like they usually are. This is called a small cap HEI if you look them up on like eBay. It has more wires to hook up than a regular HEI. Normal HEI, you just have a power wire to hook up. These, you actually have a external coil with a signal wire. So the black wire is a signal wire to the negative side of the coil. The positive one comes out of the distributor, goes to the coil, and you go from here to a switch power source and you're done. You don't want to get too much heat or you'll bubble it up.
Gran's taking a little nap.
I'm gonna feed this wire through the hole up under the dash. You'll see it, a red wire.
I do.
All right, pull that. So I'm just gonna put both these wires here and there. That's gonna go up on the dash to a switch power source.
You going above and beyond with this beauty.
I know, look at that.
I thought you was gonna leave them dangling in the floor.
No. Now, we don't have a key to this car, so probably for now, we're just gonna toggle switch the ignition. Eventually, I need to get a new lock cylinder for that and get that all out and put a new one in. We need to get a radiator in this thing, but now at least we'll know what the temp is, what the oil pressure is, and we have a way to start it and kill it. Killing it is important, especially when you don't have brakes. We have our original radiator here. We're gonna try to use, if it doesn't leak terribly. The hold down sitting right down the floor. It's a big metal bracket.
He's got like 10 hoses.
What has he got? He's ready, isn't he?
He's gonna try on there, I guess.
Thank you, Ralphie. So this goes right here.
Well, I should have painted him. I didn't know there was a thing.
Well, you can paint it. You can still paint it.
It's a lower or upper? Who cares?
I have no idea. I don't even know what kind of car it was for.
Nope.
They may have came off the Malibu. We got to figure out what we're gonna do about a fan too. That's right.
Oh yeah, that's a winter chicken dinner.
That'll be just fine right there.
You're welcome. Good job.
All right, we need a lower one now. It's gonna be a bigger diameter. I think that one right there might work. It's a flex hose. Mortski be mad at me for that one. Don't let him know, guys. I think this is for a 6-cylinder Fairmont, and that one, I have no clue. There's no telling how long I've owned it. No
Like
idea.
literally, no telling.
No telling.
Go, go, Bambino, go. Go, go, Bambino, go.
Slightly better cap. Here's the belts you couldn't find. Was gonna run a belt just here to here, but the shortest belt we have here won't fit it. And I ain't going to the parts store. I think this belt right here is gonna work for that. Hopefully, we won't like break something off this alternator. Just to keep enough tension on there to run the water pump for us. I know that ain't gonna work for driving down the road. I'm not saying it will.
Why?
But it might be enough just to run the water pump while it's sitting still here. We have a church basketball game, old people against young people tonight. Ralphie has been training for this for like over a month, at least.
We're gonna win.
So the kids are gonna win against the old people?
Yeah.
You want to give us like a point? How many points you're gonna beat us by?
20.
At least 20.
Yeah, at least 20.
I've never played basketball in my life.
We got
so.
some good players.
So we did some searching and found the fan blade that was on this race car. It's a flex one. You know why it flexes?
No.
Because at high RPMs it flattens out and you get all them donkeys back.
That's ratchet.
Puts it right up on the radiator, don't it? Good to go. All right, let's see if it'll hold water now. And we got issues. Ralphie, we need some sort of JB weld or something like that.
Already on.
I knew you were.
Steel stick.
Oh yeah.
How much we need?
No, don't open it yet. We gotta dry this off first. I hope that's the only place.
Can I
we
go
have
ahead and mix it?
No, you can't.
Hey, I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty
Sniff
sure
it.
I saw.
Stop.
You see that little?
That smells terrible.
It does. It smells like me on deviled eggs.
Oh my gosh, Dad.
Oh my lord, that smells worse than
You've been there.
You gonna have to man up, Buttercup.
Hey, we did this to the Falcon and it's still holding, so. Oh yeah, that's a permanent fix right there, guys.
It's like a big old booger.
Get. Ah! Y'all ain't getting my chickens today. Get out of here.
I guess we're gonna switch over to working on our fuel system now. We got a Holley fuel pump here. So it's a 97 gallon per hour. It's supposed to be 7 PSI, so that should work out pretty good for what we're doing here. You'll see guys mount a pump up here or something electric. Big mistake. So mechanical pumps pull fuel better than they push. That's why they're up here on the engine. But electric pumps, they do not like to pull fuel. And if you put one higher than the gas tank or way up here like some guys do, it may work for a little bit, but it ain't gonna work for long, especially if you go on a big trip with it. Always mount these below the tank and as close to the tank as you can. If it gravity feeds to it, you shouldn't have any problems. So our pump has 3/8 fittings and our fuel supply line to our carb has 3/8, and this has a 5/16 fuel line. So we're just gonna run a rubber hose front to back. You've been there, you've done it. Don't look at me like that. Ralphie, grab this and head towards the rear, please.
Okay, on the other side of the boat.
We got it way away from the headers because that would be a bad deal. We don't want to burn our biscuits. So we've let this dry for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to see if that's the only leak we had. Well, we're full. I think we're good. But we got a call today. We got a church basketball game to go to. And Ralphie's for sure he's going to beat us. We'll come back to this, get our fuel system knocked out, and we'll crank this beast.
Knocked out, just like the scoreboard.
Woo!
Oh.
Ralphie's already got the ball. We even got old cheerleaders. Oh, Squeezy's in there now. She's never played the game in her life. Oh, Mama's guarding Ralphie. Oh! Mom's gonna foul somebody for sure. Oh, Mom's got the ball. Wawa's Gardner. Oh, we got Mike the neighbor in here. You fouled so many times.
Come on, Dad! Woo! Get it, Dad! Woo! Woo!
They're gonna kill me.
I'm impressed, ain't I?
You are some serious defense.
Look at mine. Did you guys win?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to point out that you were on the old folks team and I was on the young people team. I want everybody to know that.
You're older than me.
When I ain't seen no birth certificates, okay?
I showed you.
Everybody knows you're older.
I know.
You was on the old people team. But you won, you
I'm
did
just
good.
helping out.
You did good. My first time scoring in a basketball game.
Proud of you, Dad.
That was the game of the century. I ran the whole court on them old folks. We had fun.
I'm surprised you kept it in your hands that long.
You both scored, right?
Yeah.
Squeezy, did you score?
No. But
Oh,
you
okay.
did good, Squeeze.
You did good. Well, it's the next day. I still have a significant limp, but you know, at least I pulled off one of the greatest basketball plays of all time. It's something I can cherish for the rest of my life. And the fact that my wife got put on the old people team and I was on the young people team also helps. But we're gonna drop the gas tank out of this thing today, get our fuel system working so we can start this thing up. Let's get this thing jacked up and drop the tank.
Ooh. Whoop. Wow.
It takes the whole length of this big jack and handle just to get past the rear bumper. That's how far in the rear axle is. We need a new rear bumper, don't we?
Yeah.
But at least it's got a trailer hitch. Basically, if I find a station wagon with a trailer hitch on it or a roof rack, I pretty much bought it.
Yeah.
Here, Mr. Sebastian. Are you hot?
That's factual.
Oh my.
You're done, son.
Pull it up that way, Ralphie.
Where?
Where'd you just pull? Despite this thing having rusty floors, look how solid the frame is, though. I mean, the frame of this thing is completely solid. Will these gas tank straps come off? That one did. I should have had my face shield this in, huh?
Yeah.
I hope this tank is usable. I'm questioning whether it is or not. I'm a little bit surprised that even came off. You know? You're not?
I trust cars.
100% faith.
Oh, he trusts
Now, one thing that's super rotten is this right here, and we don't have one.
Ooh.
The filler neck. We'll see. We may end up having to get a tank. Problem with owning station wagons is a lot of times it's hard to get a tank for a wagon because they're different than a normal one, you know? Come on now. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, the neck's rotting off of it. We may have to order a tank, huh? Look at, yep.
I heard some stuff in
It's
it.
got fuel in it still.
I don't see it leaking.
Ooh, there's a lot of water, I think, in it. Because I see it separating in there. Man, I wish that wasn't like that. Because I got under here and poked around the bottom of it and it seemed solid. I was like, well, we don't need a tank. Usually the bottom of the tank is what rots out on. All right, let's see what's in here, Skeet. Yeah, it's mixed. Water and gas mixed together, it looks like. See the two different colors?
Me and water and brown gas.
Oh, you smell it?
Yeah.
I don't want to just trash this thing until we know we can get one. I guess if you just had to, you might could clean it out and purge it out and weld a new ring on. Look how rusted up the lock ring is on this thing. Usually you can see the part line, you know? Oh, the float's gone. It's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be a sock on this, and this is supposed to be longer, so.
It's so
That's
rusty.
crusty, brittle beans. Look at that.
I should have expected that it was this way, but I just hated to buy the tank and send it not knowing. From the bottom, it looks solid. But like the Dart wagon, we were able to use the tank on it, you know, reuse it. I guess it's gonna be a boat tank for this video. Well, you know, while we're under here, we gotta check our rear end. Look at this fuel line. It's like just shriveled up on the bind here. And it's completely flattened out. Like there, you wouldn't get a drop. Look at the inside of it. Well, our rear end's low, which reinforces my theory that you should always check your rear end. Because, why kids?
Nobody's gonna check it for you.
Exactly. We're fancy today, we got the pump.
There's random chickens in your shop.
Oh, I see their little feet, yeah.
What the heck?
Chick magnet. This car had seat belts all the way through. All 3 rows have seat belts. And this floor back here is solid.
Where have you been, Scooter? You've been under a car somewhere. I'm gonna have to give you a bath.
What's the dirt dauber count on this?
It's quite a few.
I think a few of them got eviction notices. It sure looks like it.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up.
Our feet are stomping. And the jam is pumping.
That's why you gotta check the crack.
Oh, God.
I think you're done, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Here, get yours plugged right here. Right here, right here.
Plug
Leave
on the
it.
impact. Got us one of these 3/8 inline fuel filters. I like using these things, but you kind of need to buy the better ones. I've noticed that the cheapy ones, the element comes apart over time and it falls out. It's nice being able to see through it so you can see when the pump's working, you know? I'm gonna run a power supply now back to our pump. This will be the first not red wire we've used.
Yay!
Reason being, we ran out of red wire. I went ahead and put a boat tank back here in the back. This isn't really how I like to feed an electric pump. It is above it. I think we'll be fine, but I'd rather have it gravity fed to it.
Hey, Dad,
Yeah.
I couldn't have been more proud of you.
Putting a boat tank in here?
We're going to make a ground strap from the frame to the block.
Now we're going to wire in our fuel pump relay. Anything that pulls a lot of current, you want to run it on a relay instead of just straight wiring the thing. I know a lot of people do it, but that doesn't mean it's right. I'm going to wire this one on a switch ground instead of a switch positive. I know also a lot of people think everything has to be switched on the positive side. Well, it doesn't. And I'll show you how to do it. If you had to put money on which goat would come in here and eat sections of a roll of wire, who would you say it was?
Guarantee. We know who it is.
Come on, Rocky. You little twerp. This green wire is going under the dash to a toggle switch to turn the fuel pump on. You can do the other side of that toggle switch to any good ground source because it's a lot easier sometimes to find a ground source than it is a power source for this. So power comes into here straight from the battery. Power goes out the white wire straight to the pump. So the only high amperage wires is the red one and the white one. The yellow one just jumps power over here to power the relay. This has basically no amp load. Same thing here. This is a ground for the relay. You can switch your relay off this wire or this one or both. I like hooking them up this way where it's switched off the ground source. 87 is power going out. 30 is power going in. 85 is your ground source for your relay. And 86 is your power source for your relay. You need to do this with any high amperage device on your car. I'm gonna go ahead and run a charging wire to the alternator. Just in case our 1 bolt that holds the alternator on actually works, we'll be charging it. It's a 10 gauge cable too.
Snack time?
Yeah.
Did you find the mices? Huh?
Look at all his head.
He's got grease or something up from one of these cars. He's been mouse hunting.
One of these cars. One of these cars.
Let's see your best mom impersonations.
Oh, my blood pressure.
You gotta like go run.
Oh, yeah, the run.
I'm thinking that way.
Rowdy Toddy, yeah, it's still Rowdy Toddy. They didn't change it. You're our crimper.
Okay, hold on.
How are you hung up on this? You always get the shirt on from the Zephyr.
Yes, I know.
And that's loosening.
That's the wrong way.
Would you like me to do this?
I got it.
I was trying to figure out how to do the throttle linkage, and then I found this sitting in the seat. We'd actually boxed this up and put it in the car, and this intake manifold appears to have the bolt holes for it, so we're going to use it. Bring me that extra green wire out there that we were using.
I got you, kid. You good?
I pulled the ashtray out. This is how long this car's been off the road. Pull tabs for what we're hoping is Coca-Cola or RC Cola here. I mean, how long has it been since they had pull tabs on Cokes?
I don't know.
They was drinking and driving for sure. Paper matches instead of a lighter. Old school Marlboros.
Hey, score.
And the dirt daubers got in here and been smoking and drinking too. That just shows you how long this car's been off the road. I'm surprised we never took that out
Crazy.
before now. Starter button gets power off the power source for this ignition wire here. Hit the button, it goes out to the S side of the solenoid out there. This on off sends power to the coil and also the electric choke and our distributor. And this right here is our on-off for our fuel pump, which is grounded underneath the dash here, and it sends a ground signal to the relay, which turns our pump on. I think we're ready to fire it, Wah.
Yeah.
You think so?
Let's do this.
Woo! It's been several hours of me working behind the scenes here, but I figured you guys were tired of seeing me do wiring after that Fairmont video.
Here's this wire, here's that wire, relay wire, relay wire.
Ground, positive, negative. What does it mean?
No man knows.
No man knows.
Is this gonna be the moment? Is it gonna run?
It's going to. No questions. First try.
Well, it's like completely rebuilt.
Yeah, but I did it.
It has to. I trust you.
Yeah.
Know all your wiring.
Let's see what this does. Ooh,
Spark.
why is it sparking? Shouldn't be anything drawn on it right now.
Let's just try it.
Something's wrong. I hooked the battery up backwards.
I was about to say.
That would help, wouldn't it? If I could see what I was doing. Hopefully we didn't burn it all up just then. No sparks now. Let's see if our fuel pump works.
I hear it. Huh? Yeah. Lord.
Look.
Oh, yeah. That's donkey-fied.
Let's get her done,
I
son.
have diarrhea. Shoot jet streams.
Oh yeah, she's got gas now. Flip the toggle switch for the ignition. All right, turn it off. All right, we're getting 12 volts to cool. All right, we're getting 12 volts for our choke. Looks like everything's working. Must have been lucky on that one. I'm gonna try the starter without the ignition on. Let's see if that works. What happened?
It was smoking from right here.
From where?
It was just smoking
Right
from
here,
either
right here.
somewhere over there.
That wasn't ever tightened?
Oh my bad.
Y'all didn't tighten that?
Oh my bad.
That's not the problem, but that's why it was smoking probably. That solenoid must be bad.
Yeah, we had one that was like bad.
We would put it back on the shelf?
I guess
Dad,
we tried it on
you
that
were
car,
like-
the
you were like-
box top, and it was bad.
You were like, this
A brand new one?
Yeah, and it did the same thing.
And we put it back on the
And I
shelf.
told you.
Okay. Alright, let's switch that out.
My heart stopped.
That was nerve-wracking. The way he jumped out, he was like,
Alright, we'll try. Is this one good? It was on the shelf as well. I don't know. Shirley, it is?
Shirley, yes.
That's still hot. Look how it turned blue.
My bad.
oh yeah, toasty.
Well, I didn't tell you to tighten it, did I? I just told you to put it on there.
Go, we're trying to make this run.
Yeah, that's what we do. We get cars running.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have a YouTube channel, honey.
you do?
Yeah.
Is that why Mom's always videoing us?
Yes. Yes, that's it. So I think I'm gonna put this guy in a different place than I did last time.
That's a good
That's
idea.
hilarious that you missed that.
Ralphie said, is it a bad one? I'm like, no, it's brand new on the shelf. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We got some starter cylinders around here that's been through some stuff, okay? They've been down some rough roads, all right? They probably need some therapy after what they went through.
Probably.
Let's try this one more time. She's building oil pressure.
Same time.
Let's try it.
What is that?
Got too much timing in it. I need to take some timing out of it.
Okay.
It's got too much. That should take some timing out of it right there if I'm correct. Too low with it. Our throttle setup is kind of janky, but
That's awesome. It sounds so good.
hey, second attempt. That's not bad, huh?
That's awesome. That's great. That's so cool.
Oh my God. It sounds good. We gotta get it down to idle.
She needs smoking.
Yeah, and this has got a hydraulic roller cam, so if you're thinking I should have it like at 2,500, holding it there, revving it, that's for a flat tappet cam, but I don't hear any valve train noise or anything.
That's
so we
great.
must have got our push rod length correct now. Oh man, that is so good. Okay.
Yay!
Let me get it to where it'll idle down some.
That does sound really good.
Gonna have to give her gas it.
I got the idle down too low. Oh, I didn't turn the fuel pump on. I never turned it on.
He's too excited. We built that. We put that together, and it works.
Took too much out of it. Oh, it jingled my hand. You turn those idle mixture screws in until you start hearing it stumble and then back it back out. Man, they're set dead on. Yeah, they're dead on. Yeah, that cam now. Sounds good right there, don't it? Let's see how they react. It's sitting right now. Let me try to put it in gear.
Hey, she needs smoking.
I know. We built
Great.
it. This is reverse. You want to reverse?
Yeah. She going, yeah, she going.
Throw out bearings quiet. I'm going to put it in third. Did it?
Yep.
It's got 50 pounds of oil pressure idle.
That's such a good feeling, isn't it?
It is. That's so nice.
That's awesome.
Man.
Love it.
I was going to put a timing light on it, but then I remembered that we don't have a timing marker on the balancer. Because this is an old style Ford timing cover with a late model balancer. The marks don't line up, so we're going to have to come up with a timing pointer.
I thought you scraped it.
I scraped the line, so I know where top dead center is, but I don't have like 10 degrees, 12, you know.
She sounds like she's in time to me.
It sounds pretty good. It's starting good. It's sitting there running good. All right, let's get off the jack stands and maybe we can back it out of here with no brakes.
Woo!
Hey, we need to try the brakes. We didn't.
We
try
put fluid in it.
All right, let's see. You ready? Oh, it's a brick.
Oh!
Oh, wow. Okay. Broke the piston loose. Anything going on out there?
You're bubbling up in your fluid. Is it pedal getting any better?
No.
Oh.
It's moving, but it's not. Doesn't feel like it's doing anything. I guess we'll use the engine as the brakes. Just try to be careful around the yard here. We've done it before.
I'll do it again.
Come on. I guess now's a good time as any to figure out if this bridge is gonna fit. Oh, it's gonna fit, isn't it? Oh yeah, it fits. I'll probably leave it pop just in case we have an emergency, but
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
it fits under there.
Well, I'll go get the fire extinguishers from the other end of the shop.
Okay.
Here we go, no brakes.
Hey, fuel pump.
Thank you. Over 30 years since this has done this. You gotta take it easy. Oh, they're on the floor. There is no brakes. Oh, our door doesn't shut.
This is crazy.
Alright, here we go first. Oh man, I can't believe it! Can you believe it?
No, it's crazy.
And the transmission works. We never even knew. Oh, I'm gonna punch you.
This sounds so good.
Sounds like a dirt track car.
Yeah, dude.
That's great.
What was that?
I'd say it's your fan.
What was that?
I don't know, but it was.
Oh no! It's kind of terrible. I hope there's something on the outside. Oh, the battery! Ooh, 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 ooh! Our battery. I didn't even think about a battery. Look what it did. Look what it did to the corner of the battery.
Don't
Step back.
touch it. It might have stuff
It
on
might be
it.
leaking acid.
The fan like tore.
That's good.
Oh my gosh!
At least it wasn't.
Something on the
Oh, I know.
inside.
I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? Timing chain or what is that noise? Why didn't we strap the battery
Because
down?
you're too excited.
Oh my gosh, that thing
Oh,
is
look,
awesome.
look at the brakes. Like it all
Are you
bounced
still-
out.
Yeah, we had 0 brakes whatsoever. Man, it cut a donut, didn't
Hey,
it?
it sounds so good.
sounds great.
I can't wait to rip in this thing.
Well, I think y'all gonna have to wait till we get some brakes in it because
Yeah.
you gotta plan out everything with this thing.
Right?
Man, that's crazy.
It's so good.
30-something years it was parked.
It's
and now It's, going.
awesome.
And it's been like a super long time
Yeah.
since we've been able to get it running.
It's been, I have to look back at the video, but I bet it's been 2 years since we
Probably.
were able to do it.
Hey, she's driving.
She's running dry. All she
She's
needs
driving.
is brakes.
Yeah,
You know?
we can do that.
We got some things we still need to do. We need some door latches that work. Obviously, she needs some patch panels here or there, but golly, she's a ripper, son.
Sounds awesome.
We need to get some matching hoops for the front, some brakes, and get it to where we can actually drive it out on the road, you know?
I love this wagon.
I can't believe how good it sounds with open headers like that, which we're going to put exhaust on it, but we may put some cutouts where we can have an option with that. I should have strapped that battery, and that was stupid. Didn't think about it. Another battery bites the dust, probably. Man, look at that battery. Man, it chewed up our vintage fan, too. Look at that. I think our radiator's okay, though.
Good job.
I love the way it sounds, you know?
Sounds great.
It's not leaking the radiator.
I love it.
Looks good with the breather and everything matching.
If it would go quick at the drag strip.
I don't know. It's hard to tell without taking it, you know? You got to get that launch right in them shifts. The dragon wagon. That's what we called it before, right?
Yeah.
And, well, it's like cut off the top of
Oh, yeah. Tucking. It's tucking, son. Well, guys, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. We really appreciate it. Oh, man. Oh, right in the face. Oh, did you shake that?
I didn't.
You shook it up,
it was
didn't you?
because you missed. And you
Maybe.
shook it up.
Man, it's been a long time with this Galaxie wagon. I don't know how many videos we've done on it now. This has got to be like video number 6 or something on this car. But we finally got it running and driving. Hey, but pour one out for your homies. Drink your RC colas. Eat your bourbon barbecue Weiand. Look at this baby bird over here. You're such a baby. You know, Mom took us to Chinatown on the basketball game, but we gave it our best, didn't we? Months of hard practice.
11.
Only by 11. And from people that were twice our age.
Yeah.
You'll definitely see more videos of this car. I'm going to get the brake stuff ordered for it. I'm going to start looking into patch panels for the floors. But you can check out our second channel at
Sleeper Dude too.
You can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at
Sleeper Dude 88.
Exactly. You can check out our merchandise down below, like this killer shirt right here.
Awesome.
Lots of new shirts. There's also all these shirts right here. Show them, guys.
Yeah.
Show them. They're right here.
It's virtual, Wawa.
It's virtual.
Yeah.
So you got it figured out now. Thank you to everybody that does super thanks. Thank you to everybody who is members. We really appreciate all the members. You get to see stuff early. You get priority status on your comments. We try to do every comment, but we can't keep up with every single one. We appreciate everybody that comments and likes the videos. It really helps us out. If you have any suggestions for us on this car or things we should do, let us know in the comments below. We check them out. We will look at them, don't we?
We do, yes.
Well, they don't. They don't really do it.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Me and Mom do. We couldn't have done this without the help of companies like Holley. We really appreciate their help. Also, thank you to Comp Cams. It's making the sound, isn't it?
It sounds
really good.
Come on, give me
Oh, you want some more of that? We got some exhaust system ready to put on this thing. That'll probably be in our next video as well, when we can actually get it on the lift with brakes and stuff. We gotta get brakes on it next thing for sure. And some matching hoops on the front. Our plan, next thing we're gonna do is to work on the motorhome. You know, summer's coming up. We'd really like to take a trip in it. We're gonna try our best to get that done.
Yes.
We got a lot to do, a lot of plumbing, a lot of wiring. We gotta still pull the engine and transmission, rewire everything, so there's a lot to do.
Overwhelming.
It's a little overwhelming, but we'll do it. Hey, how do you eat an elephant, guys? With cheese, exactly, with cheese.
What?
Yep.
It's supposed to be one bite at a time.
One bite at a time, not with cheese.
But man, I am super excited about this thing. We have worked and worked on this thing over the last couple years, and it's finally kind of coming together. I know you guys have wanted to see it run for a long, long time, and we finally pulled it off. We would have drove it more if we had brakes, but we will see you guys in the next video, and let's go give Rocky and Weiand their snacks, and we'll get out of here. You want some first? You and Johnny want some? Johnny's never tried any. Johnny, here.
He's
Get
like,
off
what?
of him, he's
What?
scared.
What? I don't know what is
He's like,
going
I don't know
on.
what Weiand's are, but they're scary. You want some? Come on.
No, no
It's
thanks.
like pulling the sword out of the stone. Are you the chosen one? Looks like not. Here you go, Rocky. Here you go. Rocky Jr. You wanting some? Hurry before Daddy gets it. These guys right here are like twins. Y'all are like
They
twins.
look alike.
They look alike, sound alike.
Here, they
literally
sound
cry.
just the
They
same.
cry
They do.
alike,
They
too.
follow each other around all day.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Look. Oh, yeah. Hey. There you go. Y'all need to wipe your mouth. What you need to do.
You've been digging, huh?
You've been rooting, hadn't you?
You
Come
want
on.
some a drink?
Come on.
There you go. She's so big. Because she's a good pig.
Ooh. She's chomping, isn't she?
Don't let her chomp her.
There you go. Tell them bye, Weiand.
Bye. I love him. I ain't giving you a kiss today. No kisses today? No. Who got the cheese?
Bye.
Bye.
Hit them with that line you got me with at the Dollar General when we met.
Do you want these Weiands in a bag?
Oh, that was the line that got me right there. That's when I knew she was the one.
Paper and plastic for your Weiands.
And we would have Squeezy in this, but she's slinked out.
Yeah.
We don't even know where she's at right now. So she's ran off somewhere, probably on the dirt bike.
Probably.
And
There's no telling.
she's usually back by dark though. So big deal. See you in the next one.